Now, ambitious plans to save an historic lighthouse from falling into the sea reach a critical phase today. For the last few weeks, engineers have been preparing to move the Belle Tout lighthouse in Beachy Head away from the cliff edge. Well, a little later today, the 850-ton structure will finally be moved 50 feet inland to its final place of safety.
It was built to warn mariners of the perils below. Now the survival of Belle Tout Lighthouse may depend on this massive rescue operation. An operation that began earlier this month when the 850-ton building was lifted clear of its foundations. Owners Mark and Louise Roberts passed the point of no return in a 3-year effort to save their home.
We started in the yellow pages, would you believe, and we made these calls, and people, I had so many people hang up and laughter and this and that. And it's only in the last couple of months that I'm starting to get the letters and the phone calls back saying, we never thought you'd actually do it. Good on you.
Originally 100 feet from the cliff edge, Belle Tout now hangs on the brink. The building, which has in its time served as a film set, tea shop and spectacular private home, will slide along tracks to a new and safer set of foundations.
What we're effectively doing is blowing grease out of the bottom of some float pads, and the whole of the building is going to be floating on grease effectively, and that reduces the amount of friction needed to push it. And we're literally pushing the building along the rails.
Costing £250,000, that's about £40 an inch, the project is not without risk. The force of the hydraulic rams needed to send Belle Tout on its way could be enough to shatter the unstable chalk and topple the entire structure 200 feet to the rocks below.
The critical moment is when we slide the building first thing in the morning, because we have a horizontal thrust which actually effectively tries to push the cliff out into the sea. Now, we've done our calculations and we believe the cliff is going to be stable. However, there's always a small risk.
For the Roberts family, any risk is worth taking to save their unique home.
You know, you sit out in the lantern in the evening and you look around and there's just nothing around other than just downs and the sea. It really is lovely.
This is such a unique location. It's a beautiful location and so dramatic. You really are living in touch with nature here, and we're so lucky to be here.
And in 10 hours' time, they'll know whether technical expertise and a costly gamble will offer new life to an ancient landmark. Robert Hall, BBC News, Beachy Head.
Amazing story. Well, the culmination of the Belle Tout Lighthouse, as I now understand it's called, can be seen tomorrow night. Well, tonight, in fact, on Tomorrow's World. That's on BBC One at 7 o'clock. Very good luck to them. It's 3 minutes to 2 now, which means we can see what the weather has in store with Dan Corbett.